Super Mario Galaxy 1 or Super Mario Galaxy 2? Which is the better game? This is a question that slips through my messed up mind every once in a while. Now I know there are a lot of split questions out there like which crisp is the best or if Trump should have stayed president, but this one is one that may really get people ranting in the comments section. A question that's been around since the start of time. Which is better? Super Mario Galaxy 1 or 2? I thought when I was younger that Galaxy 1 was better since I remembered it better, but since I've replayed Mario Galaxy 2 again, it's not so sure. That's why I'm doing this. It's to truly find out which is the better game. So we'll be splitting this into categories. Each one will be themed based off how well it reflects the games, and if one game is better than the other in that category, it will be given a point. At the end, the scores will be tallied, and people will start disliking the video. But instead of doing that, subscribe if you like these kind of videos. I do plan on doing more commentaries in the future. Anyways, let's get into it. The first category is the story. Which game has the more interesting and thrilling storyline? Which one is Matt Pat's more likely to spend more time on? Mario Galaxy 1's story is supported by Rosalina, as by progressing through the game, she will tell you more of her story. And the first time you listen to it, you're gonna need some depression pills, as her story is heart-wrenching. Rosalina discovers Aluma, they join up because both their mums have been lost on the airlines because Disney wrote the story of this game. They travel through space in a Zoom shroom, searching for them. They discover Starbits and find a comet. Rosa has a dream about seeing her mother, they ball, somehow build an entire observatory on the comet, encounter more Lumas. They find Rosalina's home looking through a telescope but never go there. The Lumas turn into a comet and they live happily ever after, forever continuing their journey towards Rosalina's home planet. This is why I think Nintendo ruined Rosalina. She was a space goddess, ruling the galaxies, mother of many, and watching over Mario on his mission to save his special one. I know she's a hippie sports person who takes part in the goofy games that Mario has. I understand that at some point they would need to add Rosalina to Mario spin-offs, but I think it ruins her character as a whole, which is why I think that Mario Galaxy 1 has the better story than 2. In 2, Mario joins the Star Festival, just like last time, but this time he finds baby Luma in the middle of the Mushroom Kingdom alone. Then after Peach is kidnapped, he travels to Starship Mario and meets a chubby boy named Luba. He is the Rosalina of Galaxy 2, and there is no lore explained about anything. Mario just travels around the galaxies collecting stars, and after he defeats Bowser, Rosalina appears and thanks Mario for what he has done for her on her quest to become an apotheosis. So for this category, Galaxy gets a point. The next one is a little more subjective. Levels. The areas with the power stars. The areas that we raged on as little kids. The Galaxy games get platforming right. It is pretty slow, but there is a wide variety of tricky and fun stages. Galaxy 1 is filled with memorable galaxies. Good Egg, Honey Hive, Space Junk, Beach Bowl, Gusty Garden, Freeze Flame, Toy Time, there's so many of them. Each and every one feels unique to one another. Wow. The stars in these galaxies are a blast to collect, and just exploring these levels is a great joy. However, Galaxy 2 has more than the first, 49 compared to 42, and I somewhat have fonder memories of them. Yoshi Star, Fluffy Bluff, Puzzle Plank, Boulder Bowl, Cosmic Cove, Supermassive, Starshine Beach, Chompwork, Space Storm, Shiverburn, Melty Monster Throwback. I can keep going, there's just way more of the great levels in this game. That's why I think that Galaxy 2 takes the cake for this category. Next up is another one that's more important than people think. Replayability. Is it fun to 100% these games? What is there to do after you defeat Bowser? If you put these games side by side, it's not really a competition at all. In Galaxy 1, after you send Bowser to Purgatory, you unlock Luigi, and to 100% the game, you need to get every star as him. In my opinion, that's kinda lame. There isn't much of a reward for doing this either. You just unlock a galaxy, which is just the game's intro. Galaxy 2, on the other hand, is loaded with content after you beat it. After you collect every power star and every combat medal, you unlock green stars. There are 3 in each of the galaxies to collect. Some of these are pretty painless and others send me right back to therapy classes. These are overall way funner than just replaying the game again, and the reward for doing so is better. You unlock Grandmaster Galaxy, probably the hardest Mario level I've ever played. Be quiet, Mario Maker. The first star isn't that bad if you're as high as a skill level as me, but the perfect run. I have yet to beat this one, so this one is an easy W for Galaxy 2. After that, we move on to the next category, progression. The process of unlocking new levels, getting closer towards the end. Is this process fluid? Is it good for the game? The two games operate and don't operate the same in their own ways. To progress through the games, you need to collect power stars. Once you get enough, you can move on to the next level. This formula is the same for each game, however the maps that these worlds are on operates completely differently. In Galaxy 1, you can only choose galaxies in one world at a time. If you went to the terrace to choose your galaxy, you can't immediately switch to the fountain or bedroom, etc. In Galaxy 2, the worlds are connected to each other, meaning that you can travel to any galaxy in the game in the flick of a few buttons, so Galaxy 2 steals this category. Next up is personal opinion, the music. The Galaxy games have my favourite OST in any video game I've played. I've played Deltarune, I've played Minecraft, I've played Sonic games. Those games don't come close to the wonderfulness of the Galaxy songs. And picking between one and the other is like picking which part of the sofa you like the most. You're most likely to switch once you hear the other OST, so I'll be fair and give it a tie. And last but not least is the bosses. Galaxy 1 has its fair share of bosses, ones like Bouldergeist, Dino Piranha, Camilla, King Caliente, King Finn, Megaleg, Tyrantox and more. These bosses are great and some of them provide you with a good challenge. Stop it! Galaxy 2 has some slappers in there as well. Boomsday Machine, Gobblegut, Giga Lekadu, Mega Hammer, Prince Picante, Rolodillo, Sorbetti and Squizzard, and of course you can't mention bosses without mentioning the king of stealing women, Bowser. In Galaxy 1, Bowser's fight is pretty awesome. Lure him into a fire pit, then smack his tail, take down his other phases, and watch him take several degree burns. Don't think about it too deeply. In Galaxy 2, you're dodging his punches and smashing rocks right back at him. The final boss has another phase where you're flying through some kind of a portal and you jump from boulder to boulder, smacking it towards Bowser. The category mainly comes down to preference, but I find myself enjoying more of Galaxy 2's bosses, and some of the ones in Galaxy 1 were downright frustrating. So Galaxy 2 shall win this category. So with that, I think I can confidently say I think that Galaxy 2 is better than Galaxy 1. Maybe you can prefer Galaxy 1 for the charm and story and maybe the final boss, but I prefer 2 for more content and overall being funner for me. But that's my opinion. Galaxy 2 is my second favourite game, right behind Minecraft, and Galaxy 1 is only behind by a bit. With that, thank you for watching, let me know which one you enjoy more, like, subscribe, go and rant in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.
I won't read your comment.